Hello, lawkeepers. Welcome back. Let us see where we left off, shall we? Ah, yes. A dragon across the sea. Borra was a much different place than Giwin initially thought. While his home was filled with greenery and white sandy beaches, this area of Borra seemed to have more rocks. The roads were lined with stones that had strange yellow veins in them. Instead of dirt, pebbles marked the walkable roads and flat lands, and the scarcity of trees made it look so much bigger than Aqua Amir. The people were also much different too. Different kinds of basilisks sporting dark-colored scales all laughed and joked with one another. While they seemed surprised with Giwin's presence, they didn't seem all too unfamiliar with him.
Hey, you collect the strays now, Slak?
Not a stray, just the kid I found on the beach.
Another washed up one, huh? Maybe y'all should stop flying and learn how to dig, you dig?
I dig.
The local basilisk continued to laugh as he went on his way.
Is everyone here so friendly?
Slak snaked his head to face Giwin. He smiled, but something else hid behind his eyes.
Not sure we have a choice, kid.
Slak moved with a sway, whatever was behind his eyes completely forgotten. He led the way, humming a tune as his claws stomped the ground. His moves were contagious, and Giwin found himself trying to move to the same beat. But he couldn't sway the right way. However, he could whip his tail.
You know what, kid? I never got your name.
Huh? Oh, right. I never introduced myself. I'm Giwin.
A pleasure, a pleasure. So, Giwin, what is a young dragon like you doing so far from home?
Giwin bit his tongue. He wasn't too sure about Slak enough to know if he should tell him about his parents. Borra was still very much unfamiliar to him as its residents. Maybe he should hold off for now.
I was exploring, trying to go across the sea. I got lost and washed up here.
Ah, sweet exploration. I used to adventure a lot when I was a young basilisk. Don't try that much anymore, of course. I'm truly glad you didn't dig with the dead, you see. It would have been a waste of good youth.
Thanks. What do you...
Hold that thought, my friend. We're here.
Slak's home. Quite the glamorous sight. Giwin expected a cave or some kind of home in the ground, not a small home tucked in between some trees, the large ear-like leaves creating a shelter for him. Rock slabs of varying sizes filled the area, some low and wide, covered in blood, probably for food. Some tall with notched carvings into them to hold things, and one perfectly low and wide, to sleep perhaps. All of it undergirded by mounds of black sand, all soft to the touch.
Welcome, my friend, to my humble abode.
Whoa! This place is different. I never knew anyone could live like this.
Many basilisks do.
Slak led Giwin to the low, wide slab and encouraged him to lay down. He then went over to the stone slab with notches in it and fetched some leaves that seemed to be green circles with veins in them.
This nice little plant is oicha. Crush it and add some water and it makes a nice salve. Hopefully it'll get your wings up and flying.
Thanks.
Something the matter, kiddo?
Giwin shuffled on the slab, finding the smooth, ridgeless stone oddly soothing on his scales.
Well, you're really nice, Slak. It's honestly confusing me. Most dragons on Elagast only treat their own clutch mates this kindly.
I don't see the point of being rude. Life is already filled with so many dangers and problems, my friend. I simply don't want to be one of them.
Giwin nodded, the wind of thought ever shifting in his mind, blowing the direction of Slak's way of thinking, no matter how strange the breeze might be.
Your wing should heal nicely, hopefully. It'll ease the pain so you'll be able to stretch it out. I'm almost envious of you, Sky Scalies. Your wings always manage to return to flying shape.
That's right. You did say that dragons are not uncommon here. How many dragons did you meet?
I've met plenty, mostly from the other continents, but I think only 2 came here from your sky-flying landmass across the way. Actually, now that I think about it, they were red-scaled, like you.
I think we will stop here for today. Thank you for your time, and hopefully you'll join me again soon. Goodbye, and I pray that the lore of your life will be ever fortunate.